We're back again.
A lot of buzz has been flying around, a lot of bees buzzing, talking about a lot of big sci-fi movies coming out this year.
Big summer.
Big bee summer is what they're saying.
Big bee summer.
Because they've been buzzing. They've been saying that sci-fi is back, movies are back.
You're talking about bee movies. Or are you just throwing bees out there for no reason?
It's just a bee thing.
Okay, I was sensing that for a second. I was like, okay, well, Alex's gonna pay off the bee thing with
I thought he
bee
was doing
movie
a
summer.
bee movie.
Obviously, the punchline is this is the bee movie summer. Summer bee movies, like Run.
You guys put way more thought into that.
Why'd you bring up bees then?
Because they're buzzing, dude.
Okay.
They won't stop talking about all these new sci-fi movies that are coming out.
There's only 2.
That's a lot. How many sci-fi movies they buzzed about last year? There were no
Avatar.
bees last year.
Didn't Avatar come out last year?
That was the year before, and it was in winter, where the bees are sleeping.
Also, it was the year before that.
Keegan, I want you to give the backstory here.
Because this is your fault.
This is a movie that nobody asked us to see. Nobody, I think, besides the 4 of us and the 3 people in the theater that we saw it with saw. But Keegan basically dragged us kicking and screaming into the theater. Those were screams of delight, by the way. We were excited to see it as well.
4 people in the theater, 2 of them left halfway through though.
Yes. Keegan, please explain why we saw Run.
At work, we work near a movie theater.
Yeah.
And so for my lunch, I was just walking around to get some exercise, and I was walking past the movie theater, and I saw a poster for a movie called Run that was coming out today.
August 29th.
And I looked at that poster and
It's like
said,
opening day.
yeah, we did.
Paid top dollar.
And so I saw this poster, and I was like, what the fuck is Run? And I tried to Google it, and Google couldn't find Run 2025.
I dare you, watching this video right now, Google the words Run 2025. Clock yourself how long you have to scroll to actually find this movie.
I had to go down and I had to search Run Movie 2025, and the top result was a movie called Run from another year.
You want Run 2005. You accidentally put a 2 there.
So I was like, okay, this movie has no buzz whatsoever.
No bees.
There were no bees.
And then I looked at like the posters, other posters, and they were also just as bad. And I was like, I want to see this movie.
I think it's hard to describe in words how powerful of an image.
Very powerful.
When you're just walking and you just see this in front of you.
It's not like we're talking about like a dog shit like nothing movie theater. This is a name brand movie theater in a populous Southern California area.
It's also, the Run poster is in every theater I've been in.
It's all over the place. Kevin, you work
Yeah.
at a movie theater and you sent us this image of the cardboard cutout that's in your theater you work in.
That's when we knew it was a
It was
sign.
perfect, like, multi-layered marketing directed only for Keegan.
Well, and they had a bus. We saw a bus.
So I came back to work and I was like, Alec, I just saw a movie poster for a movie that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Not only a movie that doesn't exist, a movie that Keegan would love and would discover on Tubi. But for some reason, this one is not coming out on Tubi. It's coming out in theaters.
Yes.
Nationwide.
The shitty CG alien and the
Planet Earth in the eye.
Planet Earth in the eye. It's like a 280 resolution picture. You can count the pixels.
You can tell that the CGI is bad from the poster.
And Keegan was like, that's how it looked in the theater. Like, because I was looking at it on my computer, I was like, is this just a bad copy of the poster? Keegan was like, no, that's how it looks.
I told him, just walk over there.
So I immediately texted them and I was like, we are going to see that August 29th.
We saw a little bit of trailer and we're like, oh my God, this is the movie.
This looks awesome.
A Keegan movie is coming to theaters for Keegan to watch.
Movies like this come out on Tubi every day.
This is a sci-fi original, Tubi original.
The thing that's noteworthy about it, and the thing that I kind of want to investigate a little bit, is this wasn't on Tubi. It was in theaters, and they had posters everywhere.
Cardboard cutouts.
Los Angeles, greater Los Angeles area. We saw posters for this thing. We saw every theater we went to, including one in North Hollywood, had posters for this thing. So it's like, where did the marketing budget for this come from? Like, who's paying for this?
That's the most baffling. Like to me, I was seeing the posters, hearing Keegan talk about it. It's obviously like a Tubi original, but it's like, okay, well, the fact that it's in theaters makes it seem like it's a scam.
We've talked to distributors and stuff trying to get our movie out there, and we know that stuff like this, especially, is hard to get a distributor to pay for. Like lower budget, dog shit sci-fi movie. They just want to slap it on a streaming service and call it a day.
They don't think they're gonna get their money back.
We've been in meetings before. They basically tell you marketing's gonna be like 70% on you by the end of the day. At least that's been our experience. Having been in the low budget film space before, we we're kind of like, where is this money coming from? And the really intriguing part to me is not just that they have all these posters everywhere, but they have posters everywhere, and only like 4 of these theaters are actually playing the fucking movie. Posters for it at the movie theater by our work. There were no showtimes today or yesterday, despite it being like opening day.
Why put the poster in that
Why
theater?
put the poster there? Why pay? Like, someone's paying for that poster to be there. I was freaking out about this because, like, if I went to the movie theater and I saw that poster and I saw August 29th and I walked up to the fucking ticket booth and said, "Can I buy a ticket to that one?" The guy would say, "No, you can't. It's not playing. It's a fake movie." What was the point of it then? It's a fake movie.
The point was I saw it and I dragged 3 other people and we all paid $18.75 for a ticket.
The hundreds and thousands of dollars that the marketing must have cost.
All
They got
for Keegan.
They got Keegan
They
to go.
spent $5 for the poster at the movie theater by our work, and it net them 4 tickets.
I have a theory about the
Alone.
posters that I might need Kevin's help to back up whether this theory has any relevance. But is it possible that someone could sneak posters and cardboard into a movie theater? In your experience, if you were walking into work and you saw a new cardboard cutout,
This is a good theory, yeah.
would you be like, "This isn't regulation. We didn't do this."
Yeah, like, would anyone even catch it?
Like who puts that up at the theater?
We have a guy that does it. The movie studios ship them to us. We open them up in boxes, and when we put them up when they say to put them up,
Would you, walking into work, seeing the Run cardboard cutout,
which I did.
would you be like, "This isn't regulation"? Jerry, the guy that puts these up, did you put this up?
I wouldn't question it just because it's like usually a cardboard cutout takes a lot of work. They're big.
Would Jerry question it?
If there was one he had never seen, yeah.
What if it was
he'd
slipped
question
in
it.
like with the rest of
He
them?
works most mornings.
We're talking about Jerry. Like,
I mean, in my head, I have to keep correcting it to his actual name. I would say it would be pretty difficult to do that. However, I do have a bit of a story on how we got ours.
Okay.
And I was saving it for this review.
wow, this is breaking.
I was told, because I was walking by it with a manager, and I was like, I'm actually going to see that this Friday. It's like, oh, looks terrible.
Okay, dingus.
How do we even get that thing in here? It's like, what is it? Like, seriously, like, how did that? He's like, well, actually, it's funny you say that.
An interesting man snuck in the night.
So the guy that delivered it for the studio, which is typically just a delivery guy,
Yeah.
he said, hey, my friend made this movie, so you got to make sure and go see it.
Oh, dude, I guarantee you that was not his friend, that was him.
Pretty cool, handsome guy.
Or was Marquis.
Or it was, I think it's Marquez, dude.
Yeah.
So that's the scoop. And I was like, is he coming back? I need to meet him.
He said he's gonna come to collect.
He did not say that.
Did you ask if we could get that?
I have not been back to work
Okay.
since. Sunday, I go into work, I will ask for it.
Okay, because I want to put it in my living room.
That's so much funnier than your bedroom.
It wouldn't fit in his bedroom, dude.
Everybody that walks in,
I was gonna put it in front of the fireplace.
I'll try and reserve it. Because usually, they just throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
Except that guy's gonna come collect his poster.
Just to
I
drive
will
this
beat him
point
to it.
home, at the theater Kevin's talking about where he works, they have a giant 9-foot tall cutout. They are not playing the movie at that theater.
No, they're not.
That's why I think it's an inside job, dude. And I think Kevin's story fuels that. Is that it's either legitimately a friend of his and he just kind of is like, no, sneak this one in
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I get that.
Or it's just that's that guy's day job. And he's like, I also made Run. I'm just gonna slip this one in. They're never gonna know.
What's the guy's name? Christopher Stokes. Christopher Stokes.
Christopher B Stokes.
Yeah.
You're talking about the director?
Yeah.
I don't know if you looked at his IMDb. He's directed 1 million movies. Yeah.
What?
So Run is his 5th movie this year.
What?
Yes.
This year?
Yes.
And it's the only one in theaters?
He's a Tubi guy.
He has another movie coming out this year.
He has a bunch of movies that are on Tubi.
That I'm not surprised by. The fact that he has multiple just this year.
He got it in theaters. Maybe he just believed in it. He thought it was marketable.
Yeah, Christopher, if you're watching, please hit us up. We'd love to talk.
I need to know.
Yeah, I'd love to know the answers.
I'd say hit us up because, clear your name. I'm going to spread around that you actually, falsified and put your posters in movie theaters across the nation.
I think that's like slander or whatever, dude. You can't just say that.
Yeah, it's you two. I can say whatever I want.
Donnie T is president. He can say whatever he wants.
All I'm saying is that I'm going to spread misinformation.
Keegan, give me a brief plot run through the plot.
So the plot is
Should have been called Sit.
Should have been called smartphone flashlight.
a woman leaves her fiance at the altar, and then she and her best friends decide to go to a girls' trip up in the mountains.
Yep. There's almost a clever parallel that they tried doing where the movie's called Run, and she was a runaway bride.
I literally
Yes.
thought that's what like the whole thing was gonna be. I for a little bit was like, are aliens not gonna show up in this movie?
Well, no, because they show one at the very beginning. So anyways, this runaway bride and her friends go to a cabin in the hills. Aliens invade, and they have to survive the aliens, and that's the general premise.
They have to survive the aliens by talking about how to survive the aliens for an hour and a half.
Well, so the movie is actually written geniusly. Like the script is genius levels of avoiding having to do anything.
Okay, if that's your like parameter for it, then yes, it is genius. I would say, however, in actuality, it's the worst script ever.
No, dude, it is actually genius how much you see them like backflipping. Well, that's what the script is, trying to dodge them having to do anything that's not a dialogue scene in a living room. They're like, okay, we're doing an alien invasion film. We can't have the aliens come inside because then the movie would be over too quickly. The characters can't go outside. The characters can't use their phones to call. The characters can't use the gun that they have in the car.
And every single time they find a way to, or think of a way to get characters to go outside, they have to think of another way to keep them inside.
It's beautiful.
I don't think when they wrote something, I don't think they ever went back and changed it.
One draft.
well, dude, Christopher B Stokes is making 5 movies this year. He's not a 2-draft man.
He got to the end of the script, it's like, and then we finally catch up to opening scene, and then they bomb the UFO.
Fade to black.
And that's it.
Credits.
We also then get introduced to the groom that was left at the altar.
Andre.
Most unfortunate character. This guy, I felt so bad for.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, dude, man, like she just left me. Like, I think I'm done with this. And like any normal person would be like, yeah, that was pretty messed up that she left you at the altar. Like for no reason too. It seems like.
Like seemingly hasn't talked to you at all.
And then his best friend's like, you gotta fight for her. You're not doing enough.
Because she said, oh, we had a huge fight the night before, but then it's revealed it's entirely
No,
from
I
her.
know. Well, no, it's revealed that she lied about the fight. The fight didn't happen. I was like, was that a mistake? Or are they revealing that the protagonist is a liar? Because he's...
But remember, Andre also was like, yeah, as soon as I saw the alien invasion happen, I had to drive up here to rescue
Yeah,
her.
he also lied randomly
Also-
like that.
He also forgot that he didn't know about the alien invasion until he already arrived.
He did not forget, dude. He is a liar.
Just to finish explaining the lie that the female lead is caught up in. She says at one point that the reason that she left him at the altar was because they got in a big fight the night before. Then, when they're making up again, he tells her something like, oh, is this why you didn't talk to me at all the night before we got married? You were using the fact that I'm not allowed to see you as an excuse to not even text me. So it's like, wait, she said that they had a big fight the night before, but then he says,
The movie
we didn't even
forgot.
talk the night before, and she doesn't correct him.
That was a discrepancy for
The
sure.
movie forgot, and they didn't expect you to remember either.
The writer liked what they wrote in the moment and didn't want to go back and change the other because it was already written.
My theory with the whole screenplay thing is I think a lot of it was improvised. That's why the scenes drag on so much, because they're not concise. They're just kind of like
They're super repetitive.
they're being improvised.
Yeah. There was one funny line in relation to that. The protagonist is like, okay, yeah, we've said this a million times, so I'm getting bored.
She literally is like, we can't just spend the whole movie talking about what we're gonna do in the movie.
She like basically looks at the camera and says, we can't do this forever, I'm bored.
Because literally, it had been
10
almost
minutes.
an hour.
Dude, there is a fucking 45-minute long scene where they're just sitting in the living room talking about whether or not they can go outside.
Yeah, it's great.
Aliens don't show up for more than 30 minutes into the plot.
Yep.
I looked at my phone. I was like, I'm gonna. No, I was like, wow, they are really stretching this plot out because they can't show the aliens.
Yeah.
They're gonna stretch out every single bit of dialogue and drama and everything.
Which is crazy, because I'll be honest, when the aliens were there, it was great. I love the aliens. Every
yeah?
alien shot, 10 out of 10.
Oh, all the kills.
Yeah, all the kills.
like
They
the
were
kills.
not super high quality, but they were like oddly
Goofy and fun.
cartoony.
Engaging.
Yeah.
Well, they're engaging because it's juxtaposed to like just meandering dialogue about nothing.
They throw a guy at a pole, dude.
And it breaks a pole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
In that same scene, one of the aliens just strangles the girl though.
remember there's a time there's the PNG of a burning car on the road, and you can see like the
yeah.
gap, and it's like floating. Yeah,
Remember when they found the dead body of their first friend, and then there's a crow flying, and then
the crow.
The crow keeps showing up.
it stops, and it's just there, hovered in animation.
And it looks like Birdemic. Like they're just like flying like.
But the one freezes, and then they don't cut away for a second.
It's just stuck in the corner.
It was great.
Truly legendary VFX.
Like, this is the actual meat and potatoes of the plot.
Have you seen Night of the Living Dead?
They sit in a house with no danger, seemingly,
Yep.
and then they wait for the news to tell them stuff, and then they sit around and talk, and then the news tells them more stuff, and they sit around and talk.
This is the emergency broadcast system. If you are hearing this message, we are alerting you that we now know these metallic ships are alien.
And then aliens kill them.
Yeah, aliens kill one or two more people and then it resets.
Don't go outside. The president said so.
President told the characters to not go outside, so they're gonna stay inside, even though they keep saying they're gonna go outside.
I also thought it was funny that the aliens were just like such a smoothie of all of the like most bland alien traits. The sound effects of the Predator. It had the quiet place, like, oh, it attacks you if you make sounds.
Flexes its ear like the Quiet Place monsters do.
Like, oh, it senses sounds and vibrations, and they also have excellent vision. So I'm like, wait, hold up. Why does it matter if they have good hearing? Because they're gonna see you in daylight.
Do we want to talk about the newscaster?
Yeah.
Oh, we have to.
The news and the president make also.
They carry the.
We were so excited about every time the news came on.
People dying all over the world.
Oh shoot, it's the news. Let's stop talking about our bull crap.
There are giant ships. We don't know if they are from the U.S. government or if they are terrorists.
I'm gonna set up the shot real quick. It's a classic shot of New York or whatever. Alien giant spaceship is flying over, like Independence Day. Boom, 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 boom. Cuts to Moscow, giant alien ship. Cuts to Chicago, giant alien ship. And then the newscaster says what Keegan says. He's like, "There's these ships here. We don't know what they are. They could be terrorists. They could be
U.S. property?
We don't know if they are the government's or if they are terrorists.
Yeah, and
You're like, why would you say it like
But
that?
also earlier they said there is something near the International Space Station just outside, and it is going into the atmosphere.
So they do know.
like it's so obviously aliens."
they should have done a better job at making it a little bit more vague instead of just being like,
You can't be vague when the UFO's over in DC.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, the filmmakers shouldn't have been like, instead of being like, this is an obvious, clearly an alien invasion.
If they went with like Nope, where it pretends to be a cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
Or
like that.
there's just like maybe a big explosion happens. They don't really know exactly. Like that's the preliminary.
A well-trained audience who's seen alien movies before is like, that's an alien invasion.
Yeah, or just isn't a donkey, has read a
Yeah,
book.
that's what I mean, like-
has seen a picture of anything.
That's why I love the newscasters. They're donkeys.
Like that woman who never says anything with the really long neck.
She doesn't say anything.
Not one line. She doesn't have one line. She just sits there like this.
She knew, dude. She knew that her thunder had been stolen. The wind was out of her sails because she was sitting next to an Oscar-winning performance. Like, why even bother, dude?
He literally wasn't emotionally impacted by the aliens until like the last scene he's in. And then he's finally like, guys, we're dead.
So, guys, how do you defeat the aliens?
Well, the president tells us their weak points.
In one of the many great scenes with the newscasters and the president, they inform us, the audience and the characters of the rules of this world.
Immediately.
Something you should have your characters discover.
I think it's hands down the greatest scene in the film. Like, I don't think I laughed harder in any other scene.
Explain the scene.
We get to the first, like, president scene with the reporters and everything. And building up to this, they had made already a lot of assumptions. It's like, oh, we know they enjoy hunting and killing humans. And I'm like, well, you wouldn't say enjoy. You would say they hunt and kill humans. Like, we look at their faces. I can tell they enjoy it.
They're very intellectual.
They have to be. They have giant spaceships.
And I know why it's like that is because he wrote it and did not change it after. And so then we get to the scene and they're like, we finally have the president to talk to us. We're all a little hyped. We're like, who's the president gonna
Where
be?
I was really hoping for a bad Donald Trump impression.
Keith David.
Oh yeah.
Keith David would have done it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, it's gonna be like Keith David or
I am
something.
glad they did not get Keith David.
No, it's better. I think they cast the perfect.
Because
person.
Keith David would have been too good. And so he just immediately starts going, it's like, well, what we do know is the LED light on the back of your iPhone.
smartphone.
Use that. They
Use
don't
that.
like it.
They don't like it.
It's especially funny because the way he sets it up, it almost is like gonna be like, oh, it's a vague thing because they don't seem to know much. It's like, yeah. So all we do know is this very specific thing that's gonna come up.
And it's like, everybody has that. Everybody has a light on their phone.
Except for our main characters who all let their phones die and all didn't bring chargers to the camping trip. It's one of the three things they talk about, dude, is the phone lights, that there's a gun in the car, and that they're gonna blow up the house.
Oh my God, we're not even there.
An extra stupid thing about this movie to me is not just the writing, but the fact that these hyper technologically advanced aliens show up clearly because they have big old spaceships, and then their invasion plan is to just run around the ground and hit people
And beat the shit out of
Crash
people.
your own spaceship?
I turned to Keegan, I was like they have the mayhem scene where it's like a bunch of people are getting killed on the streets or whatever. I'm like, do they not have guns over there? Because they have the implication where like that one crashed, and so the ones that are attacking our main characters are just alone. They don't have their resources, but like they're in the city and they're just running around hitting people on the streets.
There's like they cut to a guy being interviewed on the street, and they're like, I knew it. I knew that they had aliens in Area 51.
Use the light on your phone.
Use the light on your phone.
They don't like it.
And then as he's explaining that they hate the light on your phone, with the light on his phone on and in his hand, an alien just comes up and whams him from the side.
Oh my god, that was live! Actual line in the movie. And someone actually says, man, you should have been pointing it to
the left.
to the left, to the side.
That's an actually genuinely good
An
joke.
actually funny line.
How do you critique a movie such as this?
The ending. It just ends.
The president is going to do an airstrike, specifically an airstrike.
He's gonna blow up the world, basically.
Well, no, it's really funny because he lists what he's gonna bomb. He's like, yes, we're unfortunately gonna have to bomb California, New York, Chicago.
My ex-wife's house.
Yeah, and it's like, it goes from the entire state of California, the third largest state in the United States, to fucking Miami is the last one he says. And I'm just like, wait, hold on, wait.
And DC.
Did we not vote for you?
We voted for you.
We voted for you, I'm sure.
Most of California is flat, nothing. Blow up LA.
And not even all of California. Just the one crash ship.
The one crash ship because they had that effect shot from earlier.
So the characters get the bright idea because the president just said he was gonna blow them up.
A character.
Yeah, a character decides.
Just,
why don't we just blow the
God
house
damn it,
up?
why don't we just turn the house into a bomb? The actual line.
They also try the same thing, like some variation of the same thing, like 3 fucking times, which is go to the car and get the gun, because that's the only thing they can think of to do. And it fails every time because they don't change anything. It's like, well, what if we run to the car and get the gun, but one of us is banging a pot? Okay, that'll be different.
The plan at the end is so stupidly complicated and clearly not gonna work because they're like, okay, we're gonna go outside. I'm gonna hit this pot. And then you're gonna go get the gun with your phone.
Before they arrive to me.
And then we're gonna lure them into the house and blow it up. And it's like, there's a lot of details you're missing here.
You could make it to the car. Why don't you just get in the car and start driving it?
No, can't do that.
Well, if you get in the car and shut the doors, you'll be safe, aside from what happened to all the other people who tried that in the movie before.
Oh, it's so funny. They set up all this drama and shit to pad the runtime, right? Like, so like every character has a little bit of drama. There's the girl with her boyfriend that hasn't proposed.
Who's complaining about it.
Who's complaining about it, but then she's also in love with him and is like, he's perfect and like, I want him to come up to meet me. But then she dies and then he also comes up there and the writers were
And
like,
just dies.
The writers were like, well, we don't need him anymore.
I was like, oh, well, this is clearly a good setup for drama because he's gonna get there. He's like, my girl's dead.
And they just
Instead,
kill
they're
him.
just like, that's hard.
That's
We're
hard.
Just gonna kill him.
We're just gonna kill him and have the best friend character who has no personality traits at all. He's gonna be alive for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, but he's got military training, dude.
They spend an hour talking about who's going to go get the gun.
Whoever does it is gonna die immediately.
None of us are gonna be able to do it.
It is a suicide mission for sure, but it's our only hope.
They're like, okay, best friend, you should go. And the best friend's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to die. After a fucking hour of him bitching about it, he reveals that he was in the Marines.
It's gotta be me.
It's gotta be me. I was an ex-Marine. I was like, where the fuck was this?
Yeah, you've been complaining. You've been a little bitch.
It is because the writer decided that him being an ex-Marine was better when he had the idea to blow up the house, and he's like, shoot. Maybe one of them could be an ex-Marine.
But the funniest thing about her being like, why can't we just blow up the house, turn the house into a bomb?
Turn the house
They
into
don't
a
actually
bomb.
turn the house into a bomb. They just make some Molotov cocktails and
And then they just set them up.
She brings that up, and then immediately, instead of like the characters being like, why are you talking crazy? They're like, you're right, actually.
yeah.
You know, you're onto something.
Also, where's the bomb?
That was all the Molotovs they made. That was the bomb.
They put a bunch of Molotov cocktails around.
But the way they phrased it was like, you know how to build a bomb, right? And he
Yeah, in my sleep.
goes, in my sleep.
With a fireplace, if it was a gas fireplace,
Yeah.
you could like,
Again, I think the writer, it's too hard to write that because then you have to like actually kind of have
come up with a reason or a way that they can.
Yeah,
blow the
you
house.
need the predator, like, okay, I'm going to use this household item and that household item. Like, you have to kind of do a little research and be a little clever to do that.
it's super easy to do because you just do a shot. You don't even need to do it at that place. You could just do a shot at your house of your stove.
Keegan, that's harder than just taking the bottles of alcohol that they already had, filling them with water.
You do that too.
And then the fiance guy decides he has to sacrifice himself at the end.
For basically no
5
reason.
minutes of the aliens literally standing behind
The
him.
aliens are waiting.
Yeah, they set it up like
patiently.
the aliens are rushing into the house, and then they get outside, and she's like, "We gotta go to the car," and he's like, "No, I have to sacrifice
They
myself."
have a 6-minute
They
conversation.
literally have like a 6-minute conversation, and I'm like, are the aliens no longer here? That's the whole movie, is that there's not a real sense of danger at any moment.
The aliens are very polite.
The aliens only kill people in this movie when the screenwriters decide they should
Cutting
kill
to
them.
exterior shots of the house with no aliens on it, and I'm like, so are they safe?
This is what I'm talking about. It's dodging through the lasers, where it's like, okay,
I love it.
Yeah, the aliens only come
It's
out.
turning the lasers off.
The aliens only come out under these extremely specific circumstances, which is when you go outside and you're loud, unless that's not true.
Unless you just go outside or unless you're just loud.
Aliens can't tell the difference between inside and outside, so when the aliens were in the house, they couldn't tell that something was outside.
That's never explained. That's the president
Anyways.
should have explained that.
The aliens do not understand the concept of inside. This movie was so weird. It was way more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. I actually thought I was not going to enjoy any of it. Was laughing a decent amount. It is very boring. There are large parts of it that are completely just like,
They're just meandering so much.
they're sleepy times.
Yeah, don't forget all the shots that go.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. My God. The cinematography and editing of this movie is borderline experimental. They just cut to random ass shit all the time.
So many shots of them driving up.
Yeah, I found the alien stuff really charming, and I found the specifically the president and the newscasters to be very fun. If you can watch this with a group of friends, I'd recommend it. It's it's the type of what you're getting into. It's called Run. You've seen the poster. 12 out of 12 space eggs. It's a perfect movie.
Okay.
Of course.
Kevin.
If you like watching movies that aren't good, I can't recommend it enough. It is boring despite not making me bored for 1 second. It was very stimulating in how utterly tried it was in wasting my time. If you don't enjoy bad movies, then if you see this movie on, you need to run. It is not for you. You will walk out like the other people in our theater did. That being said, I have to weigh both sides. It's not a good movie,
No.
but that I enjoy it,
Yeah.
I can't deny.
So what kind of eggs would you be dropping?
Oh, 8 out of 10 for sure.
Oh my God.
Oh wow, that's fair.
High, but not high.
Yeah, it's not a perfect score, but it's also not a bad score. This movie felt like a sci-fi original movie, but where I think a lot of actual sci-fi original movies fail is they wink a lot.
They lean into it.
This movie doesn't really ever feel like it's winking at the camera. I genuinely think that they thought all the emotional drama in this movie was gold. Or at the very least, I think they thought it worked. Like, there's no point where you feel like the actors aren't taking it seriously.
And like, it's crazy because we didn't even write most of this. I know. It's just so good.
We didn't even think about the next scene after we wrote it. She did just say she wishes more than anything that she had her man by her side right now, and then when he showed up, she complained and said, I don't want him around. It's like, why'd you have that scene before?
So it's really important. I mentioned Alec and I were very, very excited to see this.
was,
We were
yeah.
literally counting the hours
Yeah.
until we got to watch
we
it.
were very
This
giddy.
entire week, every day, we'd be like, we are watching Run
Friday,
on Friday.
Run's happening.
I had really high expectations, and this movie met them. I was not expecting it to be this enjoyable. I thought it was going to be more miserable, and I consistently laughed. I was consistently shocked and entertained. I was not expecting the newscasters to say that they think that this might be terrorist ships.
We think that these spaceships might be terrorists.
There's nothing that can prepare you for that line.
I was not expecting the president to be like, if you pull out your cell phone and turn on the LED flashlight, it will drive the aliens away.
Also guns to their brain. That also works.
You have to shoot them in the head.
They're impenetrable
But
everywhere else.
It's the same news broadcast where it's like, oh yeah, the phone flashlight will work, but so will a bullet.
Which is weird because I'm just like, why are we struggling so bad to fight these aliens? All they're doing is running around and hitting people. Why?
All you need is snipers out there going.
I loved this movie. I turned multiple times to Sam Slade and to Alec, and I said, I love this movie.
I'm not even joking. I would go see this in a theater again.
I know, this movie was great. I would give it 12 out of 12 space eggs. It is a perfect movie. If you watch this channel, you will like it.
It is a perfect
If
movie.
you watch this channel, you will like it. There you go.
I'm not shocked in the slightest that Keegan gave it a 12 out of 12. I was half expecting this movie to be a scam.
Sam Slade was like,
I legit was like, I'm not gonna lie. I bet you this is gonna be a 20-minute movie, and they're gonna say, "We got your money already." Sorry, it was gonna be AI generated aliens.
I will say you were 90% right. The only difference is that they actually got to the 90-minute runtime.
I was right about the scam part. It was a scam.
Got to the
They were like,
100-minute
you know what?
runtime.
We could market this. Put an alien on the poster. Put it in every single AMC theater across the nation, and people were gonna sign up.
Show it in 3 of them.
That being said, about it being a scam, I would say that I was happily scammed. I was expecting it. I was expecting for the most of the plot to be just like meandering crap.
Which it was.
Which it was. That's what I mean. Like I was like, this movie can't have like an actual alien invasion in it. Few aliens sometimes, mostly just going to be talking.
Yeah.
Which is what it was, and it was hilarious. No space eggs though. Like there was no like eggs in the form.
They had
of
those little
spaceships.
eggs on the bottom of the spaceships that were circling.
That's true. Or those were spherical though, not quite.
But the
egg.
thing is,
Convince me of eggs before I give
those
eggs.
balls,
Okay, well-
those balls release swarms of
Well, to
smaller
be fair,
balls.
this is not an egg either, and that's where the inspiration for space
it's more
eggs
of
came
like a
from.
little-
So there are eggs in this.
I would say
Yeah.
they straight up
Yeah,
have
there's a
eggs.
lot of
Okay.
eggs.
12 out of 12 then.
That's a
is a
high
positive
score. That's a
score.
positive
Go
score.
see Run. Run to the theater.
Run to the theater.
Quick! It's almost gone. By the time
It
this is
probably
out,
is
it's probably gone.
Running is the worst thing you can do with these aliens. So they're faster than you. Like, I don't know why it's called Run. It should not be called Run.
It should be called Sit in the House Longer.
Oh boy, what an absolute another one. If you guys enjoyed that video, it was actually part of a double feature. We saw Run, and then we also watched the 2025 War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. So if you enjoyed the Run video, you'll definitely enjoy that video. I'll link it in the description. It'll be out probably a couple days after this video. But if you can't wait, if you're like, I gotta see it right now, you know where to go. Our Patreon, where patrons get early videos sometimes, bonus videos sometimes, and other stuff other times. We're really inconsistent, but if any of that sounds good to you, check that out. Thank you guys again so much for watching it, and again, thank you to our patrons who help make this possible. You guys are the ones that keep us going. We love ya, and we'll see you guys in the next one.